So today I'm gonna try and film a little get ready with me video. So let's just jump right in. First of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull back my hair and put them out of my face so that I'm gonna have enough space to actually apply my makeup. So you can just take one of these little pinches and put them in your hair to just fix them out of your way. And then what you want to do if you have bangs like I do is actually grab just 1 or 2 bobby pins and just pin them really out of your way, like that. Then the first step that I'm going to do is actually apply my cream to my face. Just going to dab on a few spots everywhere. There we go. Then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take my Catrice primer and I'm just gonna dab on a little bit on like my cheeks and my forehead and a tiny bit on my nose too. That's just gonna make your skin like feel very smooth and is also gonna be helpful to apply the makeup afterwards. Voila, there we go. So the next step we're actually gonna do is I'm gonna take out my foundation. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit and apply a tiny bit on my hand. Then I'm gonna take my little sponge and just start dabbing it on. You'll see that it's quite a light foundation, but that's really because it's winter and I'm literally white at the moment. So that's quite the good match. And then with the bronzer later on, we'll be able to kind of brighten it up a little bit and make it a bit more, natural looking basically. So if you're wondering why I'm always looking over there, it's because my mirror is standing there. So it's just that I'm not applying my makeup blind basically. You also want to make sure that you blend it nicely here, because literally the worst thing you can do is have a line here where the makeup stops. It just looks horrific. So just make sure you kind of blend it nicely so you don't have any like weird line from your neck to your face. All done. I'm gonna take some concealer. I have the Catrice palette, which has like 5 different concealers, so depending on what type of problem basically you have, you can select the color. What I like to do is actually take this slightly pinkish one and apply it under my eyes. So I'm just gonna go with the finger right away and just dab it on. You can see it's not actually really pink, it's really kind of skin color, but it does the trick. Then I'm also gonna take a bit of the lighter shade to actually cover a few of my little spots that I have here and there. So I'm also just gonna dab in a tiny bit and then just cover those little areas up. So let's go to the eyes. What I'm gonna do here first is actually I'm gonna put some Urban Decay primer potion on my eyes. That's just to make your eye makeup stay on a bit longer. It's not really mandatory, but if you have it, it's for sure good because your eye makeup is just not gonna crease that much and basically it's gonna stay on way longer. So let's go into it. I'm just gonna dab it on with my finger. You don't necessarily need a brush for that part. Then next, I'm actually gonna take my Naked 3 palette, which is my favorite palette at the moment. Here it is. I'm so happy about it. The first thing I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna use the color Strange over here because I think it's a really good base. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna take a bit of liner and I'm just gonna dab it on the bottom part of my eye, like so. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Factory, which is just right next to liner and is a tiny bit darker. And I'm just gonna dab my brush into it very, very slightly, so I just have a tiny bit of color. And I'm gonna apply it to the crease of my eye. Up there. You can see it's quite dark at the moment. So I'm just gonna put it like that and I blend it out afterwards. I'm gonna take a little bit more for the other eye. That's kind of scary looking at the moment. You can dab off the rest of color you have a bit on your arm to just have the brush really a little bit cleaner, and then you're gonna go back in and blend out the colors. So I'm just gonna do the movements a bit from top down. Basically you're gonna take the top color, which is a bit lighter, and mix it up with the one below. Then what I'm gonna do next is actually go to the eyebrows. So I'm gonna take one of these little, I don't even know how you're calling that, eyebrow brushes maybe? So I'll use that one to basically align my eyebrows the way I want them. Because mine are quite wild and you kind of have to tame them. So we'll just brush through a little bit to see also maybe where there's a part that is missing so that I can fill it out after. Then the next thing that I'm gonna do is take again my brush, the naked brush that's in the palette, but I'm gonna take the small end actually, and I'm gonna use a little bit of Nooner, which is a matte color. And I'm gonna apply it to the parts of my eyebrows which I feel are maybe not thick enough or not dark enough. So you can see that on this side, it's a tiny bit lighter on top here. So I'll just fill it in with a tiny bit of that powder. The next thing I'm gonna do is actually take my They're Real from Benefit, the mascara, and I'm just gonna apply a nice little coat on my lashes. So please excuse the silly faces, but I cannot apply mascara without making really, really weird faces. So you were warned. I should have mentioned, the silly faces especially apply for the lower lashes, because who can apply mascara on the lower lashes and not like pull their face apart like this? I don't know, I can't. So if you can, respect to you. There we go. So the next step I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna contour my face a little bit and apply a tiny bit of blush. It's just to make me look a bit less cheese white and just give me a tiny bit of this I went to holidays flair. So we'll see if I manage that and if I can fool people to actually think I was in the sun lately, because it has not been nice here in Switzerland, so let's go ahead. Basically what I'm gonna do is you can kind of pinch your lips together and then you're gonna see where to apply the bronzer. So that's what I'm gonna do. What I also like to do is actually apply a tiny bit of bronzer on your forehead and basically on the rest of your face, because if you're just gonna have weird colors here and not put it everywhere, you're just gonna really look like, well, it was just makeup. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna apply a little bit. What you can do is actually just take a tiny bit of blush and just apply it to the apples of your cheek. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna apply something on my lips because I feel like this look is quite light and it's not really a strong or a dark makeup look. So I feel like we can go ahead and put something on my lips. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Maybelline 14 Hours lipstick in this really pretty red color, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my lips. Sorry again for the weird face pulling, but again, I just can't do it without. Now let's get to the hair. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hair curler and I'm just gonna plug it in and get started. So now I just have to wait a few seconds until it's heated up. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take down my hair and the bobby pin out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna section off the lower part of my hair. So I just grab all the top part of my hair like that. I'm just gonna separate it and just pull it up with this little clasp. Hey there, fancy seeing you! So I was about to show you how I curl my hair when my camera just died on me. So this is me like approximately half an hour later, and we'll get cracking with the hairstyle now. So as I was saying before I got cut off, I section off my hair in two parts, and I'm gonna just try and get little pieces of hair like so in the back, and I'm gonna curl them with my curling wand. So I'm just gonna roll them in, keep them quite close to the head but not too close, and then wait a few seconds. There we go, the first curl is there. So basically I'm just gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna put on some music and fast forward. So I'm gonna leave out my fringe for now, just because it's gonna be too complicated to put it in at the moment, and I'm just gonna curl the ones in the front. So as you can see, like my wand, I really love it because you can pinch the hair in it and then you just turn it slightly so you actually get all the hair in. I'll write down below what type of hair wand that is if you're interested. And it really makes it quite easy to make really nice curls like that. So now I'm just gonna take the other side of my hair and do the same. For now my curls are quite extreme if you want, so they're really curled. What I'm gonna do after probably is just brush through a bit with my hands just to make sure that they're a bit more loose, but that we're gonna do at the end. So now I'm just gonna section off another piece of hair on the other side and we'll keep going. This side, this is like the most important section of hair. Basically you have the two on the sides because they're gonna frame your face. So here you really want to be sure that you make nice, maybe a bit like more separated curls. So I'm gonna separate that in two and just make a nice outward curl again. what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna leave my fringe the way it is now. I'm just gonna shake up the hair a little bit. As I said before, just go through with my fingers a little bit to just make sure the curls mix nicely. There we go. So that was it for hair and makeup, but I don't know. I don't think my dress code is fitting yet for a spring get ready with me. So let's see what we're gonna do. How about that? That's much better, no? But wait, there's still something missing. Much better! So this is the final look, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was actually my first ever talking video, so I hope you found it quite cool, and it would mean so much to me if you would give this video a thumbs up and maybe subscribe, because I would love to have you here, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye! I'm just really gonna dab I'm really just gonna dab the pencil in. The pencil? No, the brush, Chloe, the brush. Okay, just gonna dab. Brush, how hard is it? It'll make great. My hands are red now. Oh my god. Okay, that's for the long-lasting lipstick. At least we're sure it's true because I can't get it off. Voila. Isn't it perfect? Someone call Vogue. Oh god, my feet are falling asleep. Oh my god. Okay, I need to move my legs. Filming this on your living room floor is not a good idea. Bye! Bye. Okay, that was it. I forgot something. I need a good thumbnail. What would be a good thumbnail? Maybe that?